video we will discuss about the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction principle, and this principle is very useful in electromechanical energy conversion. So, in the motors and generators, this principle is very important principle, very useful to us. So, for that today we will discuss about this Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. Okay. Firstly, in this, firstly we have to take one coil which is connected to a DC battery. It will, due to this, it will produce a constant magnetic flux around it, and we have taken another coil which is connected to a galvanometer to it, and now we will hold the second coil nearer to the first coil, more specifically to say hold the second coil under the influence of magnetic field of the first coil. Now we can observe that there is no voltage appears across the second coil. There will be no deflection in the pointer of the galvanometer. Although at that condition there will be a magnetic flux links with second coil from first coil, but no voltage in the second coil. Now we move the second coil, just move the second coil inside the influence of the magnetic field of first coil. Now we can observe that during the movement of second coil, the pointer of the galvanometer deflects, and it indicates that some voltage indicates across the second coil while the second coil is moving. Now we are observing the movement. Now we can move the first coil, keep the second coil is stationary at this place, at its place. In that condition also we can observe that during the movement of first coil, the pointer of the galvanometer deflects, and this indicates that some voltage is indicates across the second coil while the first is moving. In the first case, there was a flux linkage in the second coil from first coil, but here no voltage indicates in the second coil. But in the second and third cases also, there was a flux linkage in the second coil due to first coil, but the flux linkage is changing continuously due to the movement of coils. So we can now conclude that whenever a coil or a conductor comes under the influence of changing momentarily, there is a voltage induced in it. This voltage induced due to the movement of coils is called dynamically induced EMF, and this condition is also achieved when the both coils are at stationary position. To achieve this, when both coils are stationary, to achieve this condition, we can replace the battery with an alternative supply, alternative voltage in the first coil. This alternative voltage will induces a alternative flux in the first coil, and that alternative flux is links with the second coil, and there is a EMF voltage will be induced in the second coil due to this alternative flux, and both are stationary, and this induced voltage is called statically induced voltage. In all conditions, when there is a change in magnetic flux, then only a voltage will be induced, and this phenomena is first observed by Michael Faraday, and he states a law that is called Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, Faraday's first law of electromagnetic induction. When a conductor links with a changing magnetic flux, there is a voltage induced in it. This is Faraday's first law. From this we can understand that now we will move the second conductor faster inside the influence of magnetic field of first coil. Now we can observe that during the faster movement of second coil, there is a faster deflection of pointer in the galvanometer to it. Same thing happens in the, instead of second coil is moving towards the first coil also, there will be a deflection in the galvanometer. From this we can conclude that, so when a relative motion between magnetic flux and conductor increases, the induced voltage across the conductor is also increases. So here we can observe that rate of change of flux linkage with respect to time is increases, induced voltage is also increases. That means when we are moving the coils faster, even when we keep the conductors is stationary, when we are linking with the variable flux, or flux is stationary, when we are moving the conductor faster, that means increasing the rate of change of flux. So when the relative motion between magnetic flux and conductor increases, the induced voltage across the conductor is also increases. Increase the relative motion between conductor and magnetic flux means increase the rate of change of magnetic flux with respect to time. So the Michael Faraday states the second law, that magnitude of induced EMF in a conductor is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux linkages with respect to time. If we observe the movement of pointer in the galvanometer during movement of first coil and second coil, we will find that the movement of pointer in one direction when the two coils come closer, and it is in other direction, opposite direction movements when the coils are going out of position. That means when the two coils are come closer, increase the rate of change of flux linkages. That means when two coils come closer, there is a more flux linkages. When the two coils are going outside, the flux linkages will be reduced. That means when the two coils come closer, it will be the rate of change of flux is increases. When go away, there is a decreased rate of change of flux linkages. From this we can conclude that the induced EMF in the coil is mainly depends upon the rate of change of flux linkages, and the polarities of the EMF is also depends upon this. That means coils are moving away or moving inside to come closer. See this movement. When come closer, the pointer is indicates in one direction. When go away, the pointer is indicates in other direction. Okay, let us explain the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction with mathematical equations. Let us assume that the second coil is having n number of turns, and the rate of change of flux linkages of the second coil from the first coil is d pi by dt. Then the EMF induced in the second coil E is equals to minus n into d pi by dt. Here the n indicates that number of turns in the second coil. D pi by dt is nothing but the rate of change of flux linkages of the second coil from the first coil, that is E is equals to minus n into d pi by dt. Here we can remember two conditions. The first one is constant of proportionality is equals to 1. That means EMF per turn is equals to constant to each and every turn. EMF per turn is constant. That is constant of proportionality is equals to 1. And the second one is that white mark will indicate that minus is nothing but the equation must obey the Lenz law. Lenz law means the polarity of the induced EMF is must opposes its cause. EMF is equals to, actually it is n into d pi by dt. Now it is minus n into d pi by dt. Hope we can having good awareness about this Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. Thank you.